Albert, how's the celebration going?
Quinn, it's a celebratory mood here at the legislature. There have easily been thousands of people streaming through all day. You can see some somewhat ominous clouds behind me. They're calling this a crime of opportunity, meaning that the thief took advantage of the situation, likely not realizing the vehicle had a man's body inside. I'm standing in front of one of the homes affected by this vandalism spree. The homeowner says she woke up Wednesday morning at 3:30 after hearing a loud crash. That's when she found this brick on the floor of her home and her front window smashed. Officials are warning that roads like this may look passable, but in fact, large sections are likely washed out, and that could mean serious trouble. So one tip that police are really stressing is to write down your bike serial number. You can usually find it at the bottom of the bike between the pedals. With that number, if police find your bike, they'll know who to call. Gordon, Carol Ann.
Good tip. Thank you so much.
Leo Cadron was an artist, a poet, a part-time gymnastics coach, but he struggled with Tourette syndrome and its many effects.
When he came home, that was a safe place to let it go. I mean, there would be rage, some violence, he would cry, a lot of anxiety.
Involuntary tics got worse around the time he turned 13, on top of the obsessive-compulsive symptoms and anxiety.
He realized that it was going to be a very difficult climb for him. So I think that was one of the biggest reasons of him taking his life.
On April 26th, the 16-year-old took the keys of the family car and drove it into a tree in Edmonton's Holyrood neighborhood. He died in hospital a few weeks later.
I felt like I always knew this was going to happen. I kind of always felt like he wouldn't live to be 19. He told me day in and day out that he was going to die. I never wanted to really believe it, although we took all precautions to keep him as safe as we could.
Leo and his family sought help through a range of programs and facilities under Alberta Health Services. The family says long wait times at moments of crisis and a seeming reluctance to hold him for more than a few hours were wearing on them.
There is definitely room for improvement in everything that we do, and the response to families who are distressed and in crisis can always be better.
AHS says a project announced in the last budget should improve access to children and adolescent mental health support.
There'll be a whole specific inpatient area, both short-term and long-term facilities for children, and then another area for adolescents.
But the facility is still 5 to 6 years from opening. The Cadrons hope changes might help other children avoid Leo's fate as they remember their son and brother.
I remember his strength, his courage. He's a tall, solid dude, gave the best hugs. And really, I think had he been able to push through this, he would have been an amazing, amazing adult, for sure.
Albert Delitala, Global News.